Hello everybody, I hope you are well. So now we are going to the past and to place all Tekken 3 characters on the tier list from the worst to the best for me. So there are 5 categories: chicken, okay, good, great, and King of Iron Fist for the best character for me. Now we are going to start with Bryan. Bryan for me is a good character in general, and Tekken 3 for me he was good. He was a good character and I appreciate it because he seemed very powerful, and well, yes, for me it's just good because in the great categories there will be for me more iconic characters, so I place Bryan in good. Now Eddy, of course, for me is my main, and is my main since Tekken 3. So for me, I don't place Eddy in King of Iron Fist, but just in great, because there is a special character in King of Iron Fist for me. But Eddy, of course, was incredible, and we discovered this character in Tekken 3, and he was iconic in this Tekken. So for me, he is great and not good and not King of Iron Fist. Now Kuma for me just okay with Panda, because their characters for me are not more interesting characters. They were okay, but for me not the best, and their stories are not very interesting, so for me it's okay. Now King in this Tekken, it was the first time I discovered that. Except that King for me is legendary, so I will place King in great categories because he is very charismatic with his tiger face, and the King is cool in general. He's very cool, so for me it's great, and yes, it's a good category for him. Now Lei. In Tekken 7, for me Lei is horrible to face, but in Tekken 3 for me he was a legendary character and very charismatic with his movements, and I appreciated to play with him in Tekken 3. So for me he's great because he's charismatic too, so he's great. Now Hwoarang. For me in Tekken 3 was not very exceptional. For me in general is legendary, but in this Tekken for me it was just good, but of course not okay because he is more charismatic than Panda or Kuma, but for me he is good. He was good. Dr. Bosconovitch. Very special character. Fight. He was funny, and it was very difficult to unlock because we need to finish the Tekken Force mode and to beat him at the end. And it was not very easy at all to beat, and moreover, if we lose against him, we have to restart the Tekken Force mode, so it was difficult. And for me he's great, of course he's great, and yes, he was charismatic and his movements are incredible, so he's great. Now Heihachi, for me Heihachi was a great opponent before Ogre and Ogre, but I did not like very much to play with Heihachi in Tekken 7, in Tekken 5, in Tekken 3. So for me, Heihachi is just good, but of course he's incredible by his story, but yes, I don't like him very much in general, so just good for me. Now Tiger Jackson. Tiger Jackson had the same move by an Eddy, but for me it's not very interesting. Not very interesting. Like his ending in his ending trailer, we can see him dancing, but just dancing and not an interesting story. But he's cool character, but not very interesting. I prefer to play with Eddy, of course. And in Tekken 4, sorry, we discovered Christie, and Christie was totally better than Tiger, so for me it's just okay. Now Yoshimitsu. Yoshimitsu was incredible in Tekken 3, and his appearance was very good. And for me, Yoshimitsu is great, of course, because he's very charismatic and his movement. He was very good, very good character. He was funny. He can disappear. He can respawn his life. He can fly. Yes, he was very charismatic. So yes, he was great. So now Julia. Julia was an unlockable character in Tekken 3. I appreciate Julia in general in Tekken, but in Tekken 3 there are more iconic characters, and Julia for me wasn't. But for me she's good, not okay but good, as I have appreciated to play with her. If we compare with Eddy, King and other characters in the list, yes, Julia is just good for me, just good. I think better than Heihachi and Hwoarang, and yes. Yes. Now Mokujin. Mokujin was incredible. For me, I loved Mokujin because when we use Mokujin, we did not know which character we will play, so I appreciate his appearance too, and as for the mystery of the character we will play. So if we take Mokujin, we can play Yoshimitsu, Eddy, King, or on somebody else. So yes, for me Mokujin is great for me. Now Anna I appreciate in Tekken, but if Tekken 3 I didn't play very much with her, and no, just okay in Tekken 3. For me she wasn't very powerful character, and no, when I was a kid I didn't appreciate very much Anna, and her trailer was not interesting like the character in general, so just okay. But now her sister Nina she's very different than Anna, because Nina is very iconic since Tekken 1, and in Tekken 3 she was incredible, so great, and I appreciated to play with her and to face her too in arcade mode, and is in with these purple outfits, the character in general. Yes, for me she is great, and her story is interesting. Yes, just great character for me. True Ogre and Ogre. My opinion is totally different of Ogre and True Ogre. So Ogre for me is chicken, totally, and True Ogre was great. Why Ogre is a chicken? Because I hate Ogre. I hate his face, I hate everything. He's not interesting and I didn't like. He's green, not beautiful, he's weird. And I don't like to play with him. And no, Ogre is a chicken and not over category for me. But True Ogre was incredible for me. So when we beat Ogre, he became True Ogre, and he was incredible because he was more powerful than Ogre, and the fire. Yes, his appearance, he can fly, and yes, he was very good to face him, and at the end to beat him, and yes, he's totally more interesting than Ogre. So yes, for me, True Ogre is great, and we remember him by the boss of Tekken 3. Now, Gunjack. For me, when I was a kid, I have appreciated because for me it was powerful, and I like to hit with Gunjack. But in general, I think he is just good because for me, in general, in Tekken, he is good, not exceptional, and for me, he's just good because these characters for me are more iconic than him, so I place him in good, in an average character. Now, Forest Law, not Marshall. He was great, of course, great. He was a legend with the yellow outfit, and yes, his moves, his backflips, his technique than Bruce Lee, the same move than Bruce Lee. So he was iconic, very iconic, and yes, everybody knows Forest Law or Martial Law, and yes, he was great, totally great. And Paul, great, of course, with his power, with the charisma of the character, his very long hair at the top. So it was iconic, and it was funny with Law, with their story, their trailers. I appreciate so, and his feats are powerful, and I appreciate the character. Now Jin, of course, for me, is great, totally great. He appears on the jacket of the game. So Jin is a little bit the star of the game. So yes, he's totally great, and I appreciate Jin, his music of his stage, and in general I appreciate the character. So great. Xiaoyu for me is great too. Maybe at the end of great. For the art of Phoenix and the charisma of the character in general. For me, she was great in Tekken 3, and like her music, her stage show, I appreciate very much. And yes, for me, she was great. Now, Gon, of course, in the King of Iron Fist. The King of Iron Fist is Gon, and not over character, because he was incredible. We can unlock him in the survival mode, and this character was incredible because he was a dinosaur. He was too little, and he can fart, and he can roll, he was crazy, and his backdashes were incredible. His movement, the headbutt, it was incredible for me. Now this tier list is finished, so tell me in the comments what are your best characters in the Tekken 3, and if for you Ogre is a chicken too, and God the King of Us. And if you have appreciated my video, don't forget to like and to subscribe to see other contents of Tekken. And yes, tell me what is your best character in Tekken 3. So now, goodbye.